Make sure that you have on your oxygen mask. Make sure you have on your mask first before you go and help someone else. How are you going to be able to save yourself and continue to help your neighbor when you don't have enough oxygen for yourself?
You are my sun. You are my sunshine. You are my sun. Red and white. You are my sun. You are my sunshine. You are my sun. Red and white. You are my sun. You are my sunshine. You are my sun. Red and white. You are my sun. You are my sunshine. You are my
So we just got in from church. My oldest daughter, she cooked. She got some rice, looks like green beans maybe. Let me see. I think it's green beans. So she has rice and green beans, and looks like she just got a cornbread from the store. And then she has some chicken that she likes to cook, some smothered chicken. And it looks like my husband is also going to put some ribs on the grill. So that will be Sunday dinner. But welcome, guys. My name is Patrice, the Patrice.Denise, over here living a healthy, sustainable life, one day at a time, one step at a time. And church was good today. Pastor was talking about love for money, and we shouldn't have a love for money. We should have a love for Jesus, because we have a love for Jesus and we are searching for him and putting our love into him, that he will grant our desires, and money will our prosper. We will prosper through him. So you won't have to worry about, different schemes and different things trying to get money. But I am going to do my cardio later. Y'all know I am chronicling my 30 days of doing cardio, my 30 days of becoming the best me that I can be, a better me right now during the season. And yeah, so we'll do cardio later. We will talk about, something that has helped me along my journey to become the better me. As we officially start on this 30 days of me journaling and documenting my life and becoming a better me, I want to kind of go back to why or how it all started. Did I say today was June 1st? Today is June 1st, right? And so how it all started, why it all started. So for me, I would say I've always been a person that wants to do it right, get it right. That may have, stemmed from childhood of being in a home where I was seen as being the one who got the good grades and, basically did things the right way. And so that was just ingrained to me that I need to do things the right way, and that led to people pleasing. And from there, I would say even into my different friendships, different relationships, just interactions with others, it always leads to me wanting to make sure that I do things in a way that they see or they think that I'm doing it right, or I'm being perceived as doing it right. So all in all, people pleasing, right? People pleasing. And I would say that now looking back, that is the reason why how I lost myself during that phase of my life prior to where I'm at right now. So being all in all to everybody else didn't give me time to be me to myself. So I was giving everything to everybody else and making sure everybody else was good because I wanted to please them. But in the end, I wasn't pleasing myself. So during this phase of my life right now, I am working really hard to get away from that. I'm telling you, I'm working really hard to get away from that. I am working on setting boundaries. I'm working on not feeling guilty. Because that's crazy that I will actually feel guilty. I saw a meme the other day that said this too, and I should have screenshotted it, but I will actually feel guilty for doing something that's in the best interest of myself, because I know that if it's that this thing may not be in the best interest for somebody else, and I would actually feel guilty that I am doing something for myself that is not necessarily in the best interest for somebody else, and it kind of hurts me that I'm doing this for myself. But I'm learning. I'm telling you, I'm learning right now in this phase that is not how it should be. If we are everything to everybody else, we won't have the time, or we won't have the energy, we won't have the bandwidth to be what we need to be for ourselves. And I see this happening so much in different relationships, in different people. And I even myself, like I said, I'm working on this daily. I even find myself sometimes going back to trying to make sure that I am there for everybody else, even when it overpowers being there for myself. And I'm telling you, I'm working on that. And we should not have to feel guilty for, or feel that we are being selfish for working on ourselves and setting boundaries, because basically that's what it is setting boundaries and making sure that you are not overextending yourself. And we should not have to feel guilty for that. And where people pleasing comes into play and being too much is that when you are trying to make sure you're covering all the bases for everybody else, you're not taking care of yourself physically. You're not having time to do your different studies. If you're into if you're into your Bible study, you're not having time to take that class or that course that you want to take. You're not having time to exercise, because by the time you get finished making sure this person has this, making sure this person has that, making sure this is taken care of, making sure that is taken care of, with all the different roles that we have, you're overextended. You don't have the time and the bandwidth to do it for yourself. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to not be the all in all for everybody else. It's okay to pour into yourself. It's not selfish to want to set boundaries or to say no, or to pour into yourself, because how are you going to pour into others if you haven't poured into yourself and your cup is empty? How are you going to do that? You're not going to have anything left over to pour into yourself. And if you do pour into yourself and you continue to pour into yourself and continue to pour into yourself, eventually you're going to overflow. And guess what? That overflow is what is available for everybody else. See how that works? See how that works? So, like I said, when it all started for me, when I realized that I was just overextending myself and being there for everybody else. I remember seeing a picture of myself, and this is where it started out with my health journey. I remember seeing a picture of myself, and I think at that time I had actually lost a little bit of weight. But I remember seeing a picture of myself, and I saw that person in that picture. She was smiling. She was pretty, But that, I was like, that is not me. I'm not happy. I am not where I need to be. Yes, I am successful. One thing about me is I have been successful in my career because of just the nature of myself, not to toot my horn or anything, but just the nature of myself, and that I'm a go-getter, and I try to accomplish things, and I think that's a part of people pleasing as well. But I was successful in my career, climbing the career ladder, and still not happy. I'm married, that's fine, but still not happy. So, happy with myself, basically. That's what it is, happy with myself. I was making sure that everybody else was happy with me, but I was not happy with myself. And I do not want to go back into that space. And my goal, or what I'm feeling led to do right now, is make sure that others are not led to go back into that space, or to help others out of that space. We have to be able to pour into ourselves. We have to be able to love upon ourselves. We have to be able to pull ourselves out of the rut that we are in and get ourselves back to a healthy state. We have to be able to love on ourselves and love who we are. We have to be able to set those boundaries, like I said. We have to be able to say no. I recently said no to something, and I was so proud of myself because I was about to say yes. I was asked to be on this panel. And the first, and the first thing in my head was like, just go ahead and say yes. But then I had to realize that there are other people that this committee could have asked to be on that panel. And I felt that the only reason, maybe not the only reason, but one of the reasons why they asked me to be on that panel is because I'm dependable. And I know me. I'm dependable. Why? What does it lead back to? People pleasing. I'm dependable because I don't want to let anybody else down. And I felt that was one of the reasons why they asked me to be on that panel. And I know, that's one of the reasons why people ask me to do different things, because they know they can depend on me. And that is another issue with being a people pleaser and being everything to everybody, because the more they see that you are dependable, that you are wanting to, or that you do accomplish the things that you set out to accomplish, or if somebody gives you a task to do, you get it done. The more they see that they can rely on you, I think the more they pile it up on you. As I look around, I notice that sometimes there are people who, others, you were like, why didn't you ask him to do it? Why didn't you ask her to do it? Why am I the one who's always got to do this, got to do that? Because they know you're going to do it. They know you're going to do it. And one thing I got out of that is, the more you set boundaries and the more you say no, they're going to respect you for that. People are going to respect you for that. They're going to think twice, not in a bad way, hopefully, about asking you to do things, and they're going to be selective on the things that they ask you to do, because they respect your boundaries. They respect your boundaries. These other people have already set up a respect for their boundaries, and I'm learning to do that now. So today, let us just remember, we can't be everything to everybody else and expect to be there for ourselves. It just can't happen. I'm about to get on my treadmill. I'm going to do 30 minutes, just 30 minutes, maybe 35 of just walking. I'm not going to do any running today. We're going to just walk today. Take it slow today. I will pick up tomorrow with, I need to text my girlfriend to see if we're going to the gym tomorrow or not. And I will also sit down in my planner and go through and see what day I want to do. If I want to do a long run this week. Long run for me is 6 miles on the treadmill. I want to get out and about. It's nice outside nowadays. I want to get out and about in the sun and get some vitamin D and do some walking and run out there. Maybe I can, you know what, because the kids are out of school now, so maybe I can do that early in the morning after or before I meet my girlfriends on, we'll see. I'll plan it out and stick with me. Have you hit the subscribe button? Hit the subscribe button so you can stick with me for the next 30 days and beyond, as I document my life and continue to just give you things that are deposited into me and share with you those things that has helped me to get out of that rut, to help me to continue to become the best me. I don't want to say the best, because the best is yet to come, because I want to be best, a better me. I'm just going to continue to say a better me, because every day I want to be better and better. And when I say best, I feel like that's like final. There's no getting higher than that. And I want to continue to get better and better all the time. So yeah, we're just going to continue to get better and better every day. So we're going to continue to become the better version of us, right? Right. But yes, I'm going to get on my treadmill. I'll put up here how long I went and the mileage and everything right here. Remember, for the month of June, I am doing 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes of movement per day with Unglamorous Glow. And then with the first lady of my church, my pastor's wife of my church, she's doing the challenge that's going around on social media right now, 40 miles in 40 days. And so I'm just going to continue to keep track of how many miles I do from here until the next 40 days and keep along with that. With that, she's reading the book of John. I am right now in the book of Romans. And once I finish Romans, I will go from there to be led to whatever, book I want to read after that. But yes, remember that it is okay to say no without feeling guilty. It is okay to pour into yourself. It is okay to not be the, what should I call it, the life raft of everybody else, because sometimes you need a life raft. Sometimes you know what, it's dropping to me. So, on the airplane, when we get on the airplane and they go over the safety precautions and the emergency instructions, and they tell you, make sure that you have on your oxygen mask, make sure you have on your mask first before you go and help someone else. Just imagine you trying to put on your neighbor's oxygen mask and you don't even have on yours. How are you going to be able to save yourself and continue to help your neighbor when you don't have enough oxygen for yourself? Think about that. We have to pour into ourselves first. We have to love up on ourselves first. We have to be kind to ourselves first. We have to give ourselves grace first. We have to put ourselves first in order to put into our neighbors, in order to put into our children, in order to put into our husbands, in order to put into our wives, in order to put into our families and our friends and our work. We have to put into ourselves first. I love you guys. Stick with me. Stick with me. I will see you guys in the next video, and God bless.